Picture this. It's the 27th of the month. You check your bank account, and there's $140 left. Payday isn't until Friday. So you do the math. Gas, groceries, that one bill you forgot about, and suddenly $140 feels like 14. You're not broke. You have a job. You make a decent income. But somehow every single month you end up in the exact same place, counting days until payday like it's a finish line. And the second that paycheck hits, the cycle starts all over again. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Studies show that nearly 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, including people earning six figures, which means this isn't really an income problem, it's a system problem. And once you fix the system, 90 days is actually enough time to break the cycle for good. My name is Jack, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart people stay stuck in bad money cycles. They think living paycheck to paycheck means you're spending too much on big things. Vacations, designer clothes, fancy dinners. But here's the thing. For most people, it's not the big purchases destroying their finances. It's the invisible ones. The $12 lunch, the $9 streaming service they forgot about, the $6 coffee 3 times a week, the random Amazon order that felt totally reasonable at the time. None of those feel significant alone. But here's what most people don't realize. Small spending has a compounding effect too, just not the kind you want. Let's look at the math for a second. $12 lunch, 5 days a week. That's $60 per week, $240 per month, $2,880 per year. On lunch alone, add coffee, add forgotten subscriptions, add impulse purchases. Suddenly you're looking at $400 to $600 per month silently draining out of your account. Because the problem isn't willpower, it's visibility. When you can't clearly see where your money is going, your brain fills in the gaps with optimism. So here's the 90-day plan to actually break the cycle. 3 phases, 1 month each. Month 1, find the leaks. You cannot fix what you cannot see. So the entire first month has one job: awareness. Go through the last 60 days of bank and card transactions, every single one. Categorize them: fixed expenses, variable spending, subscriptions, food. Because most people dramatically underestimate what they spend on food, entertainment, and subscriptions combined. You're not doing this to feel guilty. You're doing this to find the leaks. Because once you see a $340 monthly food delivery habit written out in actual numbers, cutting it in half feels obvious, not painful. Obvious. By the end of month 1, you should know your exact monthly spending number. Not a guess, the real number. Month 2, build the system. Open a second checking account. Yes, seriously, just one more account. Here's how you split it. Account 1 is your bills account. Every fixed expense goes here. Rent, utilities, insurance, phone, internet. The exact amount, automated, done. You never touch this account for spending. Account 2 is your spending account. Groceries, gas, eating out, entertainment, everything flexible. This account gets a weekly limit, not a monthly one. Weekly. When your spending account shows $180 for the week, that's your reality. Not $2,800, not $900, $180. And your brain makes completely different decisions with $180 than it does with $2,800. This is where the paycheck to paycheck cycle actually breaks. Not through sacrifice, through design. Month 3, create the gap. Here's the thing about months 1 and 2. They stop the bleeding. But month 3 is where you start building actual breathing room. Either the gap is 0, meaning income barely covers expenses, or the gap exists but gets eaten by invisible spending before it can become savings. First, look for 1 or 2 expenses you found in month 1 that you can permanently cut or reduce. Not everything, just 1 or 2. Even $100 per month recovered is $1,200 per year back in your pocket. Second, automate a small savings transfer, even $50 per paycheck. The moment your paycheck lands, $50 moves to a separate savings account before you ever see it. Because here's what most people don't realize. You don't save what's left over. You spend what's left over. Saving has to come first. Now, you might be thinking, Jack, $50 isn't going to change my life. And you're right. The $50 isn't the point. The habit is the point. Because a person who automatically saves $50 per paycheck will eventually save $200, then $500. The behavior is the foundation. Living paycheck to paycheck is like trying to drive with the gas light permanently on. This 90-day plan doesn't just fill the tank. It fixes the leak so the tank actually holds fuel. So here's your 90-day roadmap. Month 1, find the leaks. Track every transaction and get your real spending number. Month 2, build the system. 2 accounts, weekly spending limits, automatic bill payments. Month 3, create the gap. Cut 1 or 2 expenses permanently and automate your first savings transfer. Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The paycheck to paycheck cycle doesn't break by earning more. It breaks by building a system that works with how your brain actually operates. And 90 days from now is coming whether you're ready or not. The only question is whether you'll still be counting days until payday. If this video helped you see a way out of the cycle, hit the subscribe button. And I'm curious, what do you think is the biggest reason people stay stuck paycheck to paycheck? Let me know in the comments, because sometimes just naming the problem is the first step to fixing it.